Yo, what comes to mind when you think of Tunisia? Beautiful beaches, delicious couscous, maybe a sun-soaked paradise where you can kick back and relax? Or perhaps a history so rich and complex it could make your head spin faster than a Sufi dancer? Yeah, Tunisia's got layers, my friends. Okay, maybe that last one was a bit specific. But seriously, Tunisia is more than just a Mediterranean vacation spot. This North African gem has been a crossroads of civilizations for millennia. From the ancient Phoenicians who founded Carthage to the Romans who made it a jewel of their empire, Tunisia has always been a place of great importance. This North African nation has been the center stage for empires, revolutions, and enough historical drama to make even the most jaded history buffs say, "Dang, that's wild." We're talking about a place that's seen it all, from the rise and fall of ancient civilizations to the complexities of colonialism and the fight for independence. Imagine walking through the ruins of Carthage, once a mighty city that dared to challenge Rome itself, or strolling through the Medinas where the air is thick with the scent of spices and the buzz of haggling merchants. Tunisia's history is like a living, breathing tapestry, and through it all, Tunisia has always managed to maintain its unique identity, a blend of Berber, Arab, and European influences that you won't find anywhere else. It's a cultural mosaic that tells the story of its people, their resilience, and their ability to adapt and thrive. So, buckle up, folks. We're about to take a trip through time, exploring the incredible story of Tunisia, from its ancient roots to its modern-day hustle. We'll dive into the tales of legendary figures like Hannibal, who crossed the Alps with his elephants, and the Berber queen Kahina, who fiercely resisted Arab invasions. Get ready to laugh, not at history of course, learn and maybe even shed a tear or two. We'll explore the impact of French colonial rule and the struggle for independence led by figures like Habib Bourguiba, the father of modern Tunisia. Don't worry, we'll keep it light. Think of this as your crash course on Tunisian history, delivered with a side of humor and a whole lot of heart. We'll also look at Tunisia's vibrant present, from its bustling markets to its thriving arts scene. So let's do this. Whether you're a history buff, a culture enthusiast, or just someone looking for a good story, Tunisia has something for you. Let's embark on this journey together and uncover the many layers of this fascinating country. Let's rewind to the 9th century BCE, a time when the Mediterranean was a bustling hub of activity, teeming with traders, explorers, and ambitious settlers. Phoenician traders, those OG maritime masters, set up shop on the Tunisian coast. These seafaring pioneers were known for their incredible navigation skills and their ability to establish trade networks that spanned vast distances. Their mission? To establish a little trading post they decided to call Carthage. This wasn't just any trading post, it was strategically located to take advantage of the rich resources and prime trading routes of the region. Little did they know, this little trading post would blossom into a major power player in the Mediterranean. Carthage grew rapidly, becoming a bustling metropolis and a center of commerce, culture, and military might. Carthage wasn't just about trading olive oil and purple dye, though they were really good at that. They traded a variety of goods, from precious metals to exotic animals, and their influence spread far and wide. They had a navy that could rival any, a strategic mind like Hannibal, yes, that Hannibal, and a knack for making their enemies tremble in their sandals. Hannibal's daring exploits, like crossing the Alps with war elephants, are legendary. They even went toe-to-toe with the Roman Republic, a rivalry that would make the NBA Finals look like a friendly game of pickup basketball. The Punic Wars were a series of epic conflicts that showcased the might and determination of both empires. After a series of brutal wars, we're talking salting the earth levels of brutal, Carthage fell to Rome in 146 BCE. The Romans were so determined to erase Carthage from history that they reportedly sowed salt into the soil to ensure nothing would grow there again. It's a reminder that all good things, even empires built on strategic trading and a healthy fear of elephants, must come to an end. The legacy of Carthage, however, lives on, reminding us of the rise and fall of great civilizations and the enduring impact they leave behind. With Carthage out of the picture, Rome swooped in and said, "Tunisia, you're with us now." Thus began centuries of Roman rule, which, like a plate of couscous, had its good and its not-so-good parts. On the plus side, the Romans brought their love for infrastructure, building roads, aqueducts, and cities that still impress today. They even built a little amphitheater in a place called El Gem, which, spoiler alert, is still standing and hosting events. Talk about a long-running show. But Roman rule wasn't all olive branches and toga parties. It was also a period of cultural and religious change, as the Romans introduced their language, laws, and of course, their gods. Let's just say, not everyone was thrilled about worshipping Jupiter, but hey, at least they had indoor plumbing, right? Fast forward a few centuries and the Roman Empire is looking a lot less mighty and a lot more crumbly. The once grand structures that symbolized the power and reach of Rome are now mere shadows of their former glory. The bustling forums, the majestic amphitheaters, and the intricate aqueducts have all succumbed to the relentless march of time. Nature has begun to reclaim these ancient marvels, with vines creeping over the stone, and the wind whispering through the ruins. It's a poignant reminder of the impermanence of even the greatest of empires. Enter the Arab armies, sweeping across North Africa in the 7th century CE, bringing with them a new faith, Islam. These warriors, driven by both religious fervor and a quest for new territories, moved swiftly and decisively. Their arrival marked the beginning of a new era for the region. The local populations, influenced by the compelling message of Islam and the promise of a unified community, began to embrace the new faith. The Arab conquests were not just about military might, they were also about cultural and intellectual exchange. Tunisia, being the strategically located gem that it is, embraced Islam and became a key center of Islamic learning and culture. The region's unique position at the crossroads of the Mediterranean made it a melting pot of ideas and traditions. Islamic scholars flocked to Tunisia, drawn by its vibrant intellectual atmosphere. The cities buzzed with the sounds of debates, lectures, and the scratching of quills on parchment. The architectural landscape began to change as well, with the construction of stunning mosques and madrasas that showcased the beauty and sophistication of Islamic design. Think of it as the Silicon Valley of the Islamic Golden Age, but instead of coding apps, they were developing groundbreaking advancements in mathematics, astronomy, and philosophy. Scholars in Tunisia were at the forefront of this intellectual revolution, making significant contributions that would shape the course of history. They translated and preserved ancient texts, conducted experiments, and wrote treatises that would be studied for centuries to come. The spirit of inquiry and innovation was palpable, and it attracted the brightest minds from across the Islamic world. This was the era of great thinkers like Ibn Khaldun, a Tunisian scholar who's basically the OG social scientist. His work laid the foundations for modern sociology and historiography. Ibn Khaldun's insights into the rise and fall of civilizations, the dynamics of power, and the nature of human society were revolutionary. His magnum opus, the Muqaddimah, is still studied and revered today. He wasn't just a scholar, he was a visionary who saw the interconnectedness of various fields of knowledge, and mosques and universities were popping up faster than you could say, Inshallah. These institutions became the heart of the community, places where people gathered not just to pray, but to learn and exchange ideas. The mosques were architectural marvels, with intricate designs and soaring minarets that called the faithful to prayer. The universities, or madrasas, were centers of learning where students studied a wide range of subjects, from theology to science. Education was highly valued and scholars were held in great esteem. Tunisia wasn't just on the map, it was writing the map for the Islamic world. The region's cartographers and geographers were among the best in the world, creating detailed maps that were used by travelers and traders. These maps were not just practical tools, they were works of art, filled with intricate details and beautiful illustrations. Tunisia's contributions to the field of cartography helped to shape the way people understood the world and their place in it. The legacy of this period is still evident today in the rich cultural heritage and the enduring spirit of innovation that defines Tunisia.